Hi and welcome to the channel where we are roleplaying and storytelling in Crusader Kings 3. My character is King Askell the third king in the House Korp dynasty. He is vengeful, shy and cynical. I am still getting to know Askell here, who he is behind those traits, vengeful, shy and cynical. I'm developing him with the storytelling part, but let's not dwell too long on that. If you are curious about what I mean by roleplaying and storytelling, stick around and you will get the hang of it if you watch an episode or two. In the last episode I had to quit and run off to my workplace because this war against my brother for the Kingdom of Norway dragged out in time. Now it looks like I've won, but something strange has happened in Norway. It is now my niece who is the queen, and my brother here, whom I declared the war on for the kingdom, he has lost it, and now it's his daughter on the throne. So I don't know if maybe he was in some kind of war, but I never noticed that he was in some kind of war where people wanted his daughter to rule instead of him. Either way, it's really strange. I don't know exactly how this happened, but now he is his daughter's marshal, so he must let's she is also in a war against King Knud of Denmark. Maybe when I claim the kingdom of Norway, I might inherit this war against Denmark, and then I will have to defend, because she will keep her titles here and become my vassal, and that's alright. She's my niece and of my house. My character here, he doesn't hate his brother. He just thought that it would be better for the house if the kingdoms were united under his rule. So that's why we are having this war, and I'm gonna make peace, and then we will see what happens with this. Yeah, so it was a victory. I now gained the kingdom, and as I feared or suspected, we have inherited this war against Denmark. So this is the end of our long-standing alliance and friendship with Denmark, definitely. Our house has been, the House Korp and the House Sigurdr here, have been allied and friends and intermarrying since our very first character, since I started this Let's Play series. And it's been a strong, good alliance, but it looks like it is time for this to end, and Denmark holds territory that should be the shore parts of Sweden, and maybe Askell is developing into the character who will unite all of the Scandinavian, all of the Norse people here to one great kingdom. And if you've been watching the last couple of episodes, you will know that there's been a lot of prophecies and stuff, mostly regarding my former realm priest, Sigurdr. She died in the last episode, and much was revealed to the king. There has been a group or covenant or whatever you want to call them, who has been working on reforming our faith, and now they have seen fit to let the king in on their plans. So now he will strive towards reforming the faith, because he and this group working on the prophecy and collecting knowledge and thinking about theology and philosophy and stuff, they fear that the Christians and the Muslims and the people down here who believe in one God and one truth, they are a threat to us and how we view the worlds and our thoughts about what man's place in the creation and the seven worlds and the holy tree holding up the worlds and such stuff is. So to withstand the proselytizing and the missionaries, the aggression from the south here, we will need to strengthen our beliefs. So we are now at war with Denmark. But first let's take a quick look around the realm and see what's happening. Here in Slupsk is still a cousin holding this. This was held by House Bebenberg, a house that my first character tried to keep alive because the young Bebenberg was actually his son. Even though he was born a Bebenberg and raised a Bebenberg by the man who thought he was his father, he was actually the son of my first character, Frey. Here it is. Yeah, House Bebenberg still holds this. And now it's this Chiefess Alfred here. I hope she gets herself a matrilineal marriage so that this house can survive, because she would be her father. Yeah, this chieftain school here, it says that his father was Askell Bebenberg, but he was actually the son of my grandfather, which would make him my uncle. And she is really my cousin, although now I don't think anyone in the realm knows this. There might be a few, but it is not common knowledge, because the only one who knew this was my character Frey and Unod here. And unless Unod has told someone, she might have told her son, actually, that he has royal blood. And then maybe he told his daughter, but probably not. This knowledge is most likely lost. But House Bebenberg is, they are holding on to their lands there. Here is my cousin. He is down in Netherlands here. We also have some other Christian vassals here. And here is this archpriestess holding Westfalen and our holy site of Irminsul. That's fitting, an archpriestess holding that. In Småland we still have House Njudunge. And then there's this Skalfer here, who is a rising power in Östergötland, although he is not a jarl. And then there's Bergslagen, the strong House Borg. And here's House Heder, probably our strongest vassal house in Norway, apart from my relatives who are holding some lands here as well. There are a lot of family holding titles in Norway. Then we have House Torgal here holding Helgoland up in the north. So these are our most important vassals, right? Yeah, so my niece, she still holds on to her lands here. She's now my vassal. Here is my cousin's son holding some land here. And here's another cousin holding this land, alright. Right. And down in Aquitaine, my brother is actually at peace now. But Aquitaine looks kind of... He has lost much to independent factions, it looks like. He still holds the kingdom of Aquitaine and the county of Bordeaux, but before he held Toulouse and some other counties. And now it looks like the kingdom of Aquitaine has been picked apart, and they have all gone and become independent. Some kind of rebellion there. I've seen that he has had troubles, but I never noticed that his realm fell apart in this way. I hope that our house can survive down here in some way. But he has some allies. They are not the strongest though. If I had been playing him, you can do much with this position, right? But I doubt that the AI will manage to do this. He's got his son here. He is actually stronger than his father, and he's holding on to County of Montpellier here. So maybe Skalpeden here is the future for our house down here, because he has a claim for the kingdom. And I think last episode there was a war between him and his father for the kingdom. And we'll have to see about the Danish situation. This is not good, because Denmark, they look quite strong. And I cannot, because I was in a hurry and I was impatient. Last episode, I lost more men than I needed to, because I was taking a lot of attrition and marching just because I just wanted to end the war. And now it looks like I have to, like this might be a problem, because Denmark, they look quite strong. Maybe I should call some allies. Let's call my allies, because now this is a defensive war, right? So it won't cost me anything to call them. And their help might actually be needed here. So let's do that. And we shall conquer Denmark, and then maybe see if we can turn around and teach them that they shouldn't come come up north here trying to claim Korp lands. Yeah, you should go conquer England. That's what you Danes do, right? Yeah, I arranged some marriages for courtiers and such. They are coming in here. And I also executed some prisoners, and here is one of them. And he was apparently my rival as well. Oh, thank Odin that Raulf is dead and executed by my orders, no less. I must admit that I will miss listening to his pathetic whimpering in my dungeon. Perhaps I should keep a part of him, so I have something to hurl insults at while I rest on my throne. It's not like Torun is doing anything important anyway. So Torun is my court tutor and court physician. Yeah, she's also a member of this group working towards reforming our religion with a prophecy. So I can have her cook and clean Rolf's skull for me. Or I can't wait to forget all about Rolf's existence. Well, I'm still getting to know and mold Starkadr here. But yeah, he's vengeful. So he would lean into have his skull cooked and clean and use it and have it around to throw insults at it. Yeah, here comes Sigurdr to join, and here comes Volin. That is good. Looks like, oh, my daughter came of age. She became a tough soldier and decent prowess. I really would like to have a shield maiden. I've got some really great knights already, so if I made her a shield maiden, she's got good prowess, right? She's an excellent fighter, but I've got so many that are better, so it really wouldn't be. If I were to have a shield maiden, I really would like it to be someone who was amazing. Looks like the Danes are gonna try to siege down my capital. That is not good. We really need to try to stop them from doing that before they can finish this siege. Oh, my archpriestess here died apparently of old age. She was the Riksgård. So let's have the new archpriestess assume her position instead. Gudmundur Kjostolfsson. Let's try to gather our forces here, and maybe I should see about can I raise some more. Looks like I can raise a few more and a few more champions. Now we'll need them to deal with Denmark. Traitorous Danes. Oh, I got the Korp brooch from this Doya here. It is a masterwork trinket. It will increase our prestige and my attraction opinion by a lot. This is great. This is lovely. Doya. Let's go to the inventory and see if we can equip this. I've got this worm on a string. Yeah, that's right. I got this last episode. So now I got this Korp brochure. Really nice. And this worm on a string. This decreases my attraction opinion, but makes children like me better. Oh no, my sister died in childbirth. That's too bad. I really didn't have a stronger relationship with her, but still it's sad for Askell. Alright, our army is gathered, and now let's make it down to my capital, hopefully before they manage to siege this. I've got this Shiftan Vagn here, my best commander leading. He's a rough terrain expert, and that is plains. So, but I still think he's the best man for the job. Someone is plotting to kill my half-sister Svanhilda. We must stop the villain behind this. Why are they plotting to kill my sisters? Scheme at court. Someone is plotting to kill this champion. There's a lot of plotting going on. Oh yeah, they abandoned the siege, thankfully. That was stupid of them, because they might have, I think they might have, I was afraid they would manage to siege this, and then they could have captured some important people there, and that wouldn't have been good. But now they fled because they saw us coming, and they also saw my ally here coming, and now we will catch them here anyway. So that is really good, and this will be a decisive victory for us, because our ally did a great job here and joined us just in time. So now let's march down and see what we can do to get on their capital here. Maybe we will need to siege Skåne here first to secure the straits. Otherwise we will take a lot of attrition going there. Change in direction. Oh, it is this traveling adventure Gister. And I had this same event with my last traveling adventure. She said she was going somewhere and ended up somewhere completely different. She sent this man here, Tiemo, to tell me this and tell me that she needs more money. And I will give this to her. I hope that she will bring something great back to me. So right, let's split off onagers and levies as per usual. Have a siege commander if I have one. Yeah, Jarl Rörker, he's a siege commander. You go command this, and then I will take this larger force and go see what those Danes might be up to. Looks like the siege of Skåne there will take some time. They are again going to try and siege my capital here. And again, looks like my ally is coming. That is great. I got this event, a new translation. More than anything, my quest to be a learned man is teaching me how much I do not yet know. Yeah, that's true. What more? There must be so much knowledge that has been lost to the ages as books fall apart or languages are forgotten. Perhaps I should contribute by making a new translation of one of the classic works, although what would I even translate? Oh, this is a very fitting event, because in the last episode one of the agents of this covenant who are working on collecting the knowledge needed to reform our religion brought home a shipload full of books and lost the knowledge from a library down in Barcelona. It's all there in the last episode. If you haven't watched it, you can go and do that if you want to know more what I'm talking about. So Askell here, he's now sitting there with all those new books, and he is a learned man. He has very high learning. He is an astute intellectual. So he will try to translate something here. I can translate the Regula Pastoralis on how to lead a good life, or the Court of Agriculture. I think he's more into this, how to lead a good life. This is he's more interested in this than agriculture. So let's go and try to translate this. Our ally is marching, and they are marching to engage this army here. So we should go there and do battle and hope that they will continue on this path. It says here that fort level is too high in Skåne. I've got onagers and a siege commander. There's not much more I can do about that. Fort levels aren't usually this high up in Scandinavia at this time of age, but apparently here it is. Here is this battle, and we are crushing the Danes again. Great. Oh, a new translation. I'm having the notes for my translation of the Regula Pastoralis read back to me when I snapped to with a sudden understanding. Scribe, add the following commentary. Unlike the heroic sagas, this work posits that, or as evident from the will of Odin. Bodil's heroic sagas is a regalia in our court, I remember. So he is comparing what Bodil's heroic saga says to this Regula Pastoralis, which sounds like it's a Latin title, right? So it's something written down in ancient Roman times, perhaps. Although the monks and the church will be writing in Latin as well, even in this day. But what we found in the library down in Barcelona, it was ancient lost knowledge. So maybe this is something from Epicurus or something. Maybe Regula Pastoralis is actually a real something in our world. I will look this up when I've finished playing this session. But for now, let's make a note in the margins that There are some differences in what Regula Pastoralis suggests that man should do that makes it differ from Bodil's heroic sagas. Yeah, so we beat the Danes here and they again are retreating. Let's split off some more levies to send down to, maybe they can speed up this siege. Inspiration. Powerful wolves in the hills. My lord, a message from your adventurer Gisle, the servant says, handing me a scroll. My search has led me to the hills of Carcassonne. They are notoriously wolf-infested, but I have good reason to think that my goal is near. Expect my return soon. Signed, Gisle, the scroll reads. She surely is ambitious to choose such a risky path. So I can make a learning challenge, or she can make a learning challenge. She has a high chance there of being assailed by a wolf. Or a prowess challenge, she will have a better chance of succeeding with this. Or lose adventure progress. Let's go with by Odin. I hope she doesn't have to fight one. She has a 57% chance of overcoming this wolf with her axe here. Brave Gisle. Stubborn, lazy and temperate. For a lazy woman, she is sure doing a lot. Oh, she got wounded. That's too bad. Some betrothed here can marry. It is my daughter marrying her cousin or second cousin or whatever it is. There are gonna be some inbreeding here later down the line. I don't marry close family, but surely there can be some strange things happening if we keep this up. But now she will marry this. Who is she? Bragi here. He is Grettir's boy. So he will have all those claims. That's why I married him to my daughter, because he will have claims for Kingdom of Bohemia, Kingdom of Polabia and some other titles, right? Maybe we will someday get around to making you King of Bohemia again, like your father and grandfather. So will the day? Sometimes it feels like it is like the AI. They have gotten one idea in their head, and they can't let go of it. So it looks like they will try to go for my capital. They got this idea that we shall siege down this capital, and we beat them, and they went back there again. We crushed them again, and now it looks like they're gonna go for this the third time. Or maybe they're going further up north. We will just have to see. But here I'm working on my translation. One of my scribes has been making edits to my translation of the Regula Pastoralis without my knowledge. I simply wanted to make it as good as it could be. You liked it whenever you thought it was your own work, says this scribe. I wonder who this is. So I can spend prestige and say you will never copy text for anyone again. The translation quality will improve slightly. Or I will make you pay. This will give me terrified courtiers, and it will cost me a lot of prestige having them all terrified. The translation quality will improve significantly. Or this is pretty good actually, which will make the translation be concluded faster. Shy and vengeful. I don't know that if he really is angry that the scribe has done this, he would go for I will make you pay, because he's vengeful. But at the same time, it actually looks like this scribe has been doing some good work. I would have liked to know who it is doing this. That would have been interesting. I think I will go with this is pretty good actually. Because it sounds like this, because all options will improve the quality of this work, so it actually sounds like what this scribe added is insightful and good, and him being an astute intellectual recognizes this. So where are you sailing? Danes? You are sailing there. Then let's march our elite army there to try and engage them again. Looks like my ally is following in this. That is good. And here's again, now it is my archpriestess Gudmundur Kjostolfsson helping with this translation. A specific phrase from the Regula Pastoralis has been frustrating my translation efforts for days. I have even started muttering it to myself sometime. Still struggling with that one, are you? My archpriestess hefts a weighty old tome. One simply needs to know where to look. So I can ask for his help, which would be a learning challenge with only positive outcomes, one better than the other. Or spend prestige. No games, just tell me what I'm looking for. Now, help me uncover this, Gudmundur. And now there are a lot of things up here for me. I can form a hybrid culture with the Dutch. Maybe I can take a look at this, but I will take a look at this. We have been holding on to Dutch lands for the longest time now, and maybe we can learn something from their culture. I will take a look at this, but I will do it in between episodes. Empty council position. It's my chancellor. I think it was Jarl Bolly here, yeah. It was someone of House Bolly who was the Jarl. Now it looks like this is Jarl Drifa Arnbjörnsdotter. She is too young to become chancellor, so let's take a look at our options. Don't really have great chancellors. Well, I've got this son-in-law. He's married to my Iliana, my firstborn. He is good at the job. If I have a strong vassal who is decent, and I will appoint them, but now they're all terrible at being chancellor. So let's have my Britislav Premislid here as chancellor. Translation. The constant effort to translate the Regula Pastoralis is tiring. The relentless focus, understanding and creativity required drains me as I move ever closer to its completion. So I can gain stress and improve the quality significantly. Seclude myself from all distractions, which will improve the quality slightly, or lose stress by letting the book wait. No, I think he will press on here. This is important. We are catching the Danes here, yeah, and crushing them. They are trying to reinforce an already lost battle. It's not a good idea, Danes. You should know this. And soon we will have Skåne sieged, and then we will be able to cross the straits and take his capital. I took some captures, I said, but I meant to say I took some prisoners. And none of them are counted to the war score, so let's see if they are worth some money. Here is a Jarl, who is a great fighter, so maybe I should keep on to him until the war is done, so that we don't have to face him on the battlefield. But Rolf Huldsson here, he's a decent fighter. Maybe I should recruit him as a knight, because he's not worth any war score or money. And then there's this Jarl here, he's not a great fighter, so I can take 100 gold for him, that is great. Let's have Brunhilde here. She was one of my adventurers, I think. Let's have her as antiquarian, she's good at the job. You will take care of this. And Riksgård Bothilde, she will make an excellent high almoner, so why don't we have you doing this for us? And Imma here would be a good court musician. I want a court musician. This war is almost won. We have 89% war score, and I got an excellent translation. My translation of the Regula Pastoralis finally stands complete. My words rest on beautiful illuminated pages, all protected by a lavish cover as befits the work's importance. The tomb has taken pride of place in my library, and every godeye who reads it is mightily impressed by my efforts. Some are already speaking of making copies of them. So this was really good. I got accomplished translator, learning lifestyle perk, and my learning increased. Good job, Askell. You are proving that your knowledge of the world and your travels and your extensive reading is paying off. So here is this man I recruited. Is there anyone for him to marry in my court? Only my daughter. Let's find him some other spouse then. Here we have a genius. Yeah, you are you are hired as a Rolf Hulsson's wife. We shall have geniuses. And since I am trying to reform the faith, let's work our way down to profit. And now let's go siege Denmark's capital. I don't know exactly why this army is just standing there. Maybe they are holding some loot. Anyway, let's go and crush them. It's a strong army with men at arms and champions, but they were just hanging about. So, and we already have 100% war score now, so that is great. Let's go and win this war against Denmark. He will pay me gold and other stuff, and I will keep the title. That is good. So be it. And there's something in our court. Let's take a look at this. Here stands chieftain Sigurdr Snake-in-the-eye of Finland. Oh, he's this vassal who holds Finland. This family has been ousted. They have held Finland for a very long time, but never really managed to make a name for themselves in this story this far. Let's see what he wants. Oh, he found me a cat. I've had this event before with a former king, so I'm not gonna read it. But yeah, I would love a feline companion. That's not, yeah, why not? I'd love a feline companion. And then what is this here? It's called artifact. So I have something else to place here on a pedestal. I haven't had a pedestal before, so this is exciting. Oh, yeah, I've got a Rolf's skull. It will increase my prestige and dread gain. This is the skull of my rival. Right. There it is. There. That's a good view of Rolf's skull. It is right there. Is there a way to improve your already existing banners? Because I would like to keep I'm gonna get much better banners than my house banner here, but at the same time I would really like to keep my original house banners, for they are important to our history. So I wonder, is there a way to, because I repaired it and now this is grayed out. It says you can reforge it, so you should be able to improve the quality. Well, I have to look that up. If anyone watching knows how to do this, please let me know. Let's name the cat Shadow. What a great name. Ketil, my son, he became a flamboyant trickster. Speaking of that, can I send my firstborn here to the Varangian Guard? Yeah, you will go there as like your father did and learn about the world. Now, so we beat Denmark and they are weakened now. So maybe it's time to just turn around. What can we do? I could subjugate him, conquer all of Denmark and have him be my vassal. That would probably be the best choice. Then all of his vassals would become my vassals. I do have some people who has claims but to the kingdom, but no, they would be independent then, and I think maybe Askell here will be the king that solidifies Scandinavia and the Norse people to withstand the monotheistic religions. Well, there's, as per usual, a lot of things to look at. Here is my son. He's having a learning education. I am a learned man, I will educate you, Emundo. How's the rest of the world doing? My brother here in Aquitaine is still king in a name, because the kingdom is all independent dukes. Novgorod is over here, it's not held by Norse people anymore. And then we have Sigurdr here. There's a former Norse house, but they have adopted the Ruthenian culture and their religion now. And over in England, England is holding on and even gaining territory from the Norse invaders up here. That's an interesting situation, definitely. And Estonia is still a rival kingdom here on the other side of the Baltic Sea. Well, a lot of things to think about and look to. Yeah, and there was also this culture thing. Well, I will take a look at this in calm and quiet in between episodes, and YouTube isn't really pushing a small channel like this, so if you're interested in it, and also if you want to encourage me to keep on doing this, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. That way you will have a higher chance of seeing when I post new stuff. Currently I aim to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays have this House Korp Let's Play, and on Saturdays and Sundays my Struggle for Iberia series. But it might be some irregularities. I've got full-time job and other stuff to tend to as well, so I will upload when I have the time for it. So that's how it is. I hope I will see you in the next episode, where we have a lot of stuff to look at. Thank you for watching this one, and goodbye.